I'm Mercenary Russian Classics. There's your boy, yeah. Xander. And there's the wannabe Hutterite hiding underneath the transmission.
Wannabe Hutterite. That's a good one. I haven't had a haircut in months.
Oh, okay. Oh, is he going in?
Yeah, I think so.
He's calling.
So we pulled the exhaust out of the way here, and the exhaust was full of coolant, so we dumped that on the ground. I mean, it's anti-icing fluid for the driveway.
It is flavor.
It is flavorful.
Lime flavor.
Are you drinking the fluid down there, Seth?
Nom 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 nom.
So this engine was a total catastrophic failure, but we're pulling the transmission out so it can be out of the way. We're just pulling the cross member. Hammer?
Hammer.
Careful, incoming hammer.
Hammer.
He's losing his mind.
All right, so when the battery so interruptedly rudely died,
Yes. That's not legit.
we're pulling the cross member so we can drop the trans, and then we're flipping this around and pulling the box off, which is very emptied out. Don't mind the legs.
I'm not dead. At least not yet.
That's one nice thing about this tarp, this truck deal, is I get a brand new tarp out of it. Oh, I think the guy also did that.
Oh, here's. And Seth had posted on the driver's side.
You want to throw that tarp on the shelf? Hi.
Hi.
So the boys are at home today. They're not, they help out just because they've been working crazy on that truck to get that truck done there for Xander. He wants to get the cabs off so he can put that cab, because that's his cab, onto the good frame, because we spent all that time repairing that cab. They put that cab on this frame, get it done, squared up, so he can take it, rebuild the motor and everything like that, because he's going to do that from his incident. But they've been working hard, so I'm here on my own today, so I can't do anything really. And this is the sucky thing, as you see, I'm wearing a plastic bag because I can't wear a real shoe. It's all bandaged up, and then I put a nice warm sock on it, and that's as much as I can do. And my sneaker. Luckily today's a warm day, so I'm going to try and get some stuff done that I can do without needing some heavy lifting or labor. This steering column needs to get replaced. And I can't wait. I literally cannot wait to have a foot that I can use again because I got so much shit I gotta do that I want to do, and this truck would have been done by now if it wasn't for the fact that I can't do a whole lot. So we're gonna get working on this. I'm gonna get this column dealt with because this column's been screwed with and fucked with, and this truck did come with, it's in that box of things, did come with a new switch right here, but because there's the wash fluid switch and whatever else, turn signals, and there's a high and low switch in this, but the light switch is right here, and that's what was working. So I don't even think this column's for this truck. But doing some wheeling and dealing here, you know, this is the seat out of our Make Swear Buddies 1,500 bucks again video. This is the seat out of that 77 that we picked up the first video. The seat's not in horrible shape, but obviously the cover makes it look way better. So that's great, because the seat, that thing's torn to hell. And I'm pretty sure he pulled this column out of that truck too. Or this is one of the columns he just bought. You can see, there you go. There's just a very simple turn signal switch and tilt that works. And the nice thing is that this thing is not janky, it's not shifty. I need to replace, I need to swap the Chevy horn button into this, and hopefully this works. I see it's a little rusty, even if I quickly take it out a little bit. But this is a good column. So obviously we're gonna switch, I'm gonna try and switch the columns today. I gotta let these brakes thaw and stuff like that. I gotta do a little bit of repair on this rod. I gotta heat it up and stuff and get some copper and grab my solder and resolder that neck on there. I got too much stuff in this garage. We got all our grills there. I gotta do some plastic welding on that grill. Just because, you know, this stuff's 40 years old. Our exhaust there. We threw out the other exhaust. I don't know if I'm just going to throw these on the shelf because they're not bad. But obviously we're going to use the exhaust off the other truck, off the parts truck. So much stuff going on. See, like, this is what I mean, whereas if my foot was in good shape and I was able to do this stuff, because I can do this stuff for maybe an hour, 2 hours, and then I'm done. If I could do this stuff all day long, and hence why I have those two boys helping me a lot right now, and also motivating them to try and work on their stuff. Because I need this box to come off, and then this box will go in the garage to get rust repairs. That box to come off so I can cut all the parts off of it for this thing, because I want to I'm going to steal this corner section off that other truck because it's in good shape. So I'm going to steal this panel off of the other truck. The taillights, obviously, I'm going to steal off the other truck. I need to steal the latch system, and I think I gotta unbolt these and do a little bit of metal work behind here. Like this one, obviously. I might steal the other thing because this one's actually pretty thin, so I might steal the other coupling there for it. I might steal all the hardware for the tailgate setup on that one for this truck. And I'm going to see about taking off the front two cross members off that truck, because I think the front cross members and the rear cross members are the exact same. Both this box and that box, the rear cross members are rotted out. So if I can take the good ones from that box to save me a couple bucks to throw them on this one, I'll be a happy camper. But this floor is very, very straight. This is a very straight floor. No dents in the things. The sides are actually in really decent shape. They're a little rusty, but not. What else do you expect from being so freaking old? And then I think I need to find the bolt, because there should be a bolt that sliders right in there for a spare tire, so this thing can have a spare tire. But I'm gonna stop yapping, get this column out. I was also so happy I found this. I don't think this is gonna go with the truck unless the guy wants to give me a lot of money. And look, oh, there's a return on my investment. 10 cents. That's a gasket for something. A sign card. Cool. That's garbage. The rest of this stuff's garbage. But hey, look, 10 cents back. That's great. I'm gonna be keeping this for my 72, but I was lucky to pick that up, and I just threw it in here for now. But yeah, we're gonna get this column undone, because oh yeah, it's not hooked up to anything now. We gotta get this column undone. Obviously you can see she's all butchered together and stuff like that. The steering wheel is not in bad shape, so I will keep the steering wheel. But this column's probably gonna be thrown out, or you know, given to for sale for like somebody for $5 if they want to rebuild it, or if they want this fancy modern switch with the other one that's in there or something like that, because this is obviously wrong for the truck. Anyways, so get rid of all this junk. Other than, okay, washer fluid is right there, and I do not see a washer fluid switch on this truck, so we actually might have to drill a hole and put a washer fluid switch on this truck, because I don't see one. Maybe that's why they had this fangle thing, but like, see, high low switch, but this is the high low switch, and this switch works, so I don't know what the hell's going on here. We'll figure it out. But I just noticed, yeah, this truck has no washer fluid switch. Huh. So maybe this was supposed to be off of it, and I don't know. This is funky. And like, this is for cruise control, but this truck doesn't have cruise control. It's just wonky. There we go. There's our Chevrolet hood, which we'll throw into the other steering wheel. I'll come back once I have all of this plastics off and everything like that. That's the thing, these steering wheels are a little problematic to take off. They can be a pain in the ass. So, got the column out. You have to make sure to do all those bolts around there. Like, there's a flash plate, which I'll show you out there. 2 retainer bolts up top, all the flat plate bolts. And underneath the hood, you can see that's where this is retainer screws. This little retainer here, and then there's a little small clip and a D-ring around it after you get the collapsible shaft out. But I learned something I didn't know. A Scottsdale steering shaft, yeah. So this one is been messed with already, and I think the main reason this one's been messed with is because I think this one is all wobbly internally. Someone took this all apart, and there's that LED. Here's an LED resistor. So they took this all apart, replaced this with a switch, because this truck has a light switch on the dash, and it has a light switch right here. So what I think is they fucked with it, thinking it was normal, swapped this out, which would have just been the washer fluid switch, which is right here. Swatched the washer fluid switch, pulled that, and took all this apart, pulled that off, because the steering wheel was super easy to get off. Pulled all that just to swap this out, and then they didn't probably put it back together properly. It's all, you can see there, like it's super loose internally, and that's why I wanted to swap it out, was because you don't want to lose steering wheel while you're driving. As also, if you get a guy doing a proper safety here, that fails a safety, having your steering wheel with too much slack in the steering wheel, because that you can cause an accident. So I have a column here that you can see here, there's no movement between the shaft and the steering wheel. This was the column I was going to use. You can see the ends are different. I didn't realize that. They have different shafts. So then this is out of 78. This is an 84. So I can't use just a regular column for this, because I was thinking, because there's your washer fluid switch right there. I was thinking, oh no, it like so, because I don't need this. And this is, someone added this switch, like this wiring, they shoved it all down here and they shoved it through for the light for this. So, but luckily, because we have a parked truck, so I guess that puts a stop on me today. I'm not swapping the columns out, I'm just taking the bad one out and throwing the other one on the spare part shelf. But I quickly went to look in this Scottsdale. So it's a Scottsdale. This Scottsdale also has the washer fluid switch, as you can see right here. So that's what's all in here and stuff like that, is the washer fluid switch. Also, I should test this then when it's in the truck. I know the horn works and stuff like that, but this is also a tilt column. See, I don't have a big resistor. This goes into here for washer fluid switch and stuff like that. This is a brake controller that I guess I'm gonna cut off after. There's that one connector that has that LED resistor that's not factory, that's been replaced. Here's this connector for the turn signals and everything. There's the washer fluid connector and the neutral safety switch connector, which is way back there. So when we drive this truck, I just quickly took off those rusty panels to see if this column's the same, because it's a C20. See, lights are on the dash. So we are going to steal, obviously, the steering wheel out of this. You know, which also gets a guy thinking, like, you know what? I was thinking about keeping this cab for another project and stuff like that. So I know if I steal this steering column out of this cab, that's not any fuck with if I end up using that cab in the future. That will fuck with certain geometry and stuff, the wiring harness, which means whatever truck I eventually throw that cab onto, I'm gonna probably have to redo the wiring harness, so it doesn't need switches there and that, like that. Which, to be honest, whatever truck, I do have a plan for that cab and front end, because the cab's actually in decent shape to repair. I do have a plan for another truck that I'm hoping that I can get this one done and finished up and sold fast enough to buy a 4x4 truck that needs a body and use that body on it, and then I'll just swap the steering columns over, which then also I'll have to go to the MPI and our local this and get them to figure out titling stuff, because if I use that cab, the title on it is a 2-wheel drive, but hopefully I buy a truck with a good title and I can use and then talk to MPI about swapping the B pillars. that is one thing people don't realize. I put into my costs and stuff like that. I get all the title work figured out and all the legalities and stuff with my stuff here. I've had some people tell me, they go, you spend so much on a little old farm truck, there's no way you're getting that money for that. And I'm like, well, you know what, go do it on your own. In Manitoba, getting stuff titled is a real pain in the ass. Getting stuff titled properly, making sure that all the work is done to it, getting the road inspections done properly. Like, there are guys who slide under the table with some stuff, and like some stuff, know what, it's a 40 truck, kind of get it, like, you know, a little bit of weather stripping, because technically this seat, you don't think this would really comply with safety and stuff like that. This fails what our road safeties are. Same with weather stripping. If weather stripping is cracked and torn in spots, like here, it's missing a chunk here, technically that fails, but again, that's a gray area. It's like this because it's shrunk over time. Same with window seals, you know, like it's just missing a small chunk right there. That all technically fails our road safety, but that's on the gray area. Stuff that I do agree with that don't fail are brakes, like, you know, having a metal structural done and stuff like that. For like, we go, for me, I think you guys have seen on the channel, I do metal work on everything. I replace stuff and make it look like factory for the reason of that. But there are a lot of guys that just spray foam stuff. And for example, see, that's a solid rocker. I don't hide my stuff too. When guys are like, oh, did you redo stuff? Well, yeah, you can clearly tell this has been redone. This thing's been resealed here. And obviously, like, you can tell work's been done to it, but you can tell good work's been done to it, not half-ass work like someone tried to do on this truck in the past. You can see there some spray foam in that rocker. You can tell when stuff is spray foamed, and you can tell when stuff is bondoed by sticking a magnet to it and all that stuff. And my body guys, they look after my stuff. I deal with Red Seals, MPI accredited, insurance approved guys. I talk to them, and we get stuff figured out that way, just so everything's back to date, updated, like make sure it's all road safe for me to go and put this on the road. Just because you gotta realize, I'm putting stuff on the road that people are driving around with their kids, I drive around with my kids in these things, so I want them to be safe on the road. I don't want half-assery on the road. Again, for certain things, you know, a little bit of weather stripping, that's not gonna hurt nobody. It's not gonna be noisy, it's not gonna be a little annoying, but it's not a safety concern. But that's how strict MPI, that's how strict our road safeties are. And for it, you can't just transfer it from owner to owner and like just insure it and everything to get insurance on a vehicle in Manitoba, unless it was family owned and you're gifting it to one another, like just like a parent to their kid. It has to be safety between owners. So that's why you see I put a lot more work into than the average Joe, because we have to actually get these vehicles safetied. But saying that, so I'm gonna have to wait till we pull that truck up to pull the engine out of it for this truck. I'm also, I guess, then I'm gonna have to pull the steering column out of that truck for this truck. I gotta do door pins on this. This thing, I can't wait the box come off, because then we're gonna do all the metal work on the box. Metal on the box work doesn't care about our safety stuff here. As long as it's structurally okay, like you shake it and stuff like this stuff right here won't fail safety. I'm doing this because I want it to look nice, but that doesn't fail safety because the box is not structural. As long as it's bolted onto the cab, box is not structural. Everything that you have to make sure doesn't have holes, like a unibody car, all the metal is structural on a unibody car. On a truck, this stuff is structural because they don't want any holes in it for emissions. There's just random spilling there, you know, like whatever, it is what it is. So I'm gonna go through this on the park shelf because we're obviously not going to be using it now. I'm just gonna leave this here for now because it's useless. Well, I'm gonna probably take the keys out and put the keys in here for stuff for the doors. And then after I warm up for my foot, I might be done today, but once I warm up the foot, maybe I'm gonna get the seat figured out, so I can at least get something done. Because I do have another column here out of I think it's an 82. That column there is for a manual truck, and that one's probably going on the old Bloodhound. Because I've been looking for a steering column for the Bloodhound forever, but finding a manual tilt column, which this is not easy to find. I paid $200 for that damn thing. But you get what you paid for. I didn't pay a whole lot for this other automatic column, which is fine. I just traded some stuff. I actually traded the LED lights specifically for this bench seat and the column. So I'm not into it for that much. I'm into it for maybe $80. That's whatever. I have to eat it. This ain't going on the parts shelf for another truck. Maybe the other truck I get has a different steering, like the other truck I get that I want to throw that body onto has different steering column. But hey man, that's why you buy parts trucks. So that truck just saved me more money. I really hate how long this is taking me, but I want to get this truck pushed up to more open yard so I can change out that seat so I can have room in the garage to maybe throw some heat to do some other stuff. I've been off work for the last 3 months. It's been a month since my surgery. Today is the first day I'm allowed to wear a fucking shoe, which means I can change this seat out in the cold. I've been cooped in the house for too fucking long, and I can't wait to wear a steel toe again. But let's get this pushed up so I can change that seat, so I can get this seat and throw it somewhere in the yard and clear out some space in my garage for the good seat. And also, then I can start moving on, getting this box off, taking it off so I install that gas tank and fix the straps on the broken gas tank. Too much work to do.
Oh boy. A little more. Good enough.
Also, I can't wait to get the other steering column and the other motor and trans in this thing so I can drive this thing. But before we do that, we're gonna have to do a little bit of rust repair on this thing. This truck was red, as you can tell. Was red. I don't know what the hell that was for. Now they probably have to take off. I think my other dash is in nicer shape. I gotta go look at it. I don't remember. Hell, this thing has so many damn kilometers on it. But for these, you have to do a bolt right there. Yeah, this one folds back. And there's a bolt right there. A couple bolts there. Couple bolts. So I'm gonna clean out the seat here of all my junk and tools. Undo the bolts in the seat, take it out, put it out and back. I wish I had another Scottsdale badge. I'm gonna leave this one with the truck. This one it didn't come with the truck. This truck came with no badges. But I have a Scottsdale badge that they give with the truck once it sells. But I'm slowly trying to collect badges, and then when we have truck come in and out here, you know, I can have stuff. Let me stop talking and get all this cleared out. And I love this bench seat. This is not going with the truck. This is staying actually for the 72 later on. But it has some of the lug nuts. Even though I'm thinking about buying all new lug nuts for this thing anyway, so it looks a little better. Because we got hubcaps, a full set of hubcaps, full set of beauty rings, and a full set of rally rims for this thing. This thing's gonna look mint. There's also a guy locally selling a Chevy tailgate. This is a GM tailgate. Same story. It was blue and he painted it black. This truck was red and it's been painted black. Like somebody did put, this is a Chevy, and by the VIN it's a Chevy, but it was red. It's been painted black. You can see the doors are blue. They do work. So someone did take enough time to swap the door panels over for the electric, but you can see they're blue. This fender's black. This is a repop fender. The grill is blue and this fender's blue. Someone took a blue GMC and a red Chevy and put them together. I don't really care. I'm gonna make it a black Chevy and put all Chevy stuff on it because we're changing the rag cradle to a Chevy rag cradle again. We're changing it up anyways. That's the good thing about old square bodies, is they're made out of trucks. You can make them out of any truck, out of whatever you want. You can change the front clip on them. I'm changing this to, this truck was a dual headlight when I got it. I shouldn't say it was originally because I have no idea what it was originally. This truck was a dual headlight. Oh, that's right. I gotta get this mirror glued back on by my guy, which I will get done eventually here once it warms up probably. I got a signed card for somebody. I don't know who the hell. But good thing about Chevys is you can put wherever the truck you want of these together and they just will bolt together and rebuild. Okay, I'm gonna get to work. So we got the red seat out, and the main reason again the red seat's out is because look at the foam that's missing out of it. That's not as comfortable as this. Now yeah, this has a seat cover. You can see the foam's not missing on it. It's still there. It is cracked. The seat could probably be recovered and whatnot, but that's the worst of it right there, is just that it's got some cracked leather on it. So I'll redo the straps to hook it back up. I just want to take a look at the seat before I put it in. The seat looks good, and this side looks like there's no cracks on this side at all and are untouched, so it's just got a little bit of crackage on this side. So if the safety guy goes and says, hey, we got to make sure the seat's not ripped or anything like that, they want to make sure, because that, if I just threw a seat cover on that, that would fail. That's not comfortable, it's not safe, whatever else. This, you know what, they might give me some flack for this, and hopefully this will cover it enough to be a good for now problem, because I don't have the money to go and get this seat recovered and throw that in there. But with the seat out here, yeah, I'm gonna go grab the vacuum quick, do all that, clean all this out. But they're actually really not that bad. You can tell this, so probably why that seat was eaten out is this looks like mice were probably in here and eating that seat. But it really doesn't look bad. All the bolts came out okay. The straps kind of, they're in, well, the strap itself, you can see there, the straps themselves are fine. The leather cover around the straps is not the best, but I have video there. Look, the straps look good. There's no loose string on them anywhere, because no any loose string on them if they're starting to get frayed. Kind of like this, but that's just that little that safety tag. If they're getting like frayed, like where that little tag is on the strap itself, that fails the safety here, so it's not safe for the road. But these look good. There's full video of the straps right there, so if they want to fight me on that, I actually think these straps are fine. But I'll quickly get the vacuum in here, vacuum this, and then we'll get the other seat in here and bolt it back down. Then I guess I can push the truck back where it was and call it a day. Because for someone who hasn't done any work in like the last 3 months, this is a lot. The only thing that also sucks about this blue seat is this blue seat, it has a switch that adjusts the seat forward and back, which is nice, because if you're smaller you want to sit more forward, if you're bigger you want to sit further back. This one doesn't have forward, but this one has the foldable, as you see there. It can, so that's nice. This one doesn't have that. That one does. I'm gonna keep this seat to maybe recover it in the future if I need to for a future thing. But this one's going in here. Sometimes it takes 2, 3, whatever. This truck's built out 2 square bodies already, and we're going to throw some more at it. We'll get her done. All right, time to clean my carpet and get my tubes sucked and get this all cleaned out. Oh, this thing looks way better in here. Oh, I should bring that vacuum back out. And that can be done later. Seat's different. Seat looks way better in here than the old seat. Oh boy. Now the question is, I do have to do a little bit of rush repair here by the kick panel, so I'm not going to put the bolts in for the seat because the seat's got to come back out later. But for now, I'm done. That's a good amount of work for me for not supposed to be working. You know, all I've gotten done in a month is taking this steering column out and put this seat in. That's it. That's all I've done in the last month. That's sad. Getting that seat by the truck there, I put the one leg right through the plastic there. God damn it. Oh well. I guess I gotta fix that. God damn it. Take a sample in, get it paint matched, go get one piece of trim, slide out the whole trim, slide it all back in, put in a couple nails. That's work on its own, but whatever. I want to push it fully back to get the box off, but for now I want some room because not right now, but I gotta get this out. Also, we finally bought a welding cart, even though the last person to use this, I don't know if it was me or the kid there, forgot to shut it off, so I need to get a new tank. But I bought myself a cart to help because I was getting to the point where like lugging this thing around, moving this thing in here is becoming a real pain in the ass. But probably not tonight, but probably tomorrow I'll work on getting this thing running again to kick it out and get these generators fixed up and out of here because they're taking up room in my garage now. Because I gotta get that box off and get that box in here to do the repairs on it. Ugh. Work. It's always work to be done. But hey, that bench seat that was taking up all this room is now in the truck. It may come out later to do some rush repair on the cab, but for now at least, it's off the bloody truck. So I don't know where I left off in the square body video here, but where they do an outro to it. As you can tell, we're doing lots of work with it. I've been not motivated very much to work. This video is probably like a month's worth of work because I haven't been motivated. Two, we keep getting hit, and even today we got hit with a critical cold warning where with windshield it's -40, like you touch your skin straight to the metal. it's actually kind of nicer now that the sun's gone down, which is weird. This morning I put my hand on the metal and stuff and it would literally fuse to the metal immediately. So I've been just slowly tinkering all day here, getting all the bolts. I had to cut them all off, as you can see there. The frame looks actually really good shape. This gives us access so I can finally install the secondary gas tank that needs to go on here and replace all the straps for that gas tank. Gives a bit more room, as well as box had to come off because we do have to redo these cab corners here. You can see all the Bondo on this one. And unfinished metalwork and Bondo on this one. So those got to come off. I got to fix those and figure out what's going on there. The box here, this side, I want to rebody this whole side. I have bent, yeah, it did twist a little bit with coming off here because it really just didn't want to come off. Well, and it's heavy and it's full of snow. I guess I should have emptied it out of snow first. But here's my contraption of figuring out how to get this box off by myself. We got a strap up here on the main support there to keep it upright, and then 2 straps diagonally. There was a mouse nest all in here. If you follow the Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, Schneider Classics on Instagram, you'll be kept up to date, like very up to date. Like that's like same day stuff is happening. But I have to rebuild some of the, you can see here, this is pushed in. I had to pull this out, redo some of the structure in here, redo some of the structure right here. Yeah, see, this is all coming apart in here. So I got to redo some of this structure, pull this out, fix that. Same with this. All this right here is all rotten. It got hit here too at some point, so I got to redo structure on that side. There's the box. Was this the best way to get it up? No. Was it the way I got it up? Yeah. I gotta take some measurements, see how it's going to fit in here for all the metalwork, because we're probably going to get the box done first and get that gas tank installed and the other gas tank installed. But for tonight, I just got to clean everything up. I got to call it and say, look, no, we've got the dismantle of the truck all done. Now it's time to rebuild. We took the motor out, took the front kiln off, took the seat out, and now I took the box out. So thank you for watching. Follow along for more Schneider Classics, because this is where a project now turns into a headache. You know, it's easy to tear something apart, but now that I actually have to start rebuilding it and taking things apart to rebuild and reform metal and do everything, this is going to be now where we started on this project of actually getting it done.